in the f***ing lane.
Hi everyone, Donut here. Oh man, my yellow Mexican piss filter is on right now, it looks like. You know what I'm talking about? Every time there's a Sicario movie or a scene from an American movie that's in Mexico, you get this piss filter. I do live near Mexico, so that makes a lot of sense. Deal with it, because today we're gonna talk about a couple of crazy incidents. First up, we're gonna talk about one of my favorite things on this channel. One of my favorite topics, weak judges and letting criminals out after they do horrendous things. Whoopee. We got a guy with a shovel cosplaying as the Team Fortress 2 soldier. You probably shouldn't do that against a cop. You'll find out why. And another dude who makes the super wise decision to pistol whip an off-duty cop on his way to police. A plainclothes off-duty cop. A jump out boy, one might say, who was not too pleased to be pistol whipped. That and more coming up right after a word from our sponsor. Our sponsor for this video is PDS Debt. There was a time in my life where I couldn't afford my son a birthday present because I was in so much debt. Back when I was fresh out of the Navy, I wished that I had PDS Debt to help me out with my credit cards and my personal loans. Not only can they help you out with things like that, they can help you out with your medical bills. They have custom options to help get you out of debt. They go beyond the numbers to understand your unique financial situation and craft a personalized plan just for you. Cool part is, no minimum credit score required. They're here to help you save more, pay off your debt faster, and start putting money back where it belongs, in your pocket. PDS Debt is A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau, has thousands of 5-star reviews on Google, and holds a 5-star rating on Trustpilot. They've helped hundreds of thousands of people get out of debt. Don't wait until debt forces you off the road. You're 30 seconds away from being debt-free. You can get a free debt assessment by going to pdsdebt.com/donut. Like I said, get your free assessment at pdsdebt.com/donut. Our first story is super important. That's right. I got a Knight's Armament SR25. That's it. I'm not giving it away or anything. I just wanted to show you guys because it's f***ing rad. The first story we are going to talk about is all too familiar. Today we're going to talk about Sanchez. That sounded like Nick. Today we're going to talk about Sanchez Nicholson. He's been a criminal his entire life and has a criminal career that spans from 18 years old to 30. And guess what he did? He did another crime. Who'da f***ing thunk it? I was scrolling Twitter and saw what looked like a character selection screen from a video game. Except for choosing a different character. It's all the same f***ing guy. A couple of facts on this guy. He has 33 prior arrests, 2 first-degree murders, 1 attempted, some bonds totaling over $1 million, and consistent firearm possession after a felony. His record started at 18 for a parole violation. His first proper charges were carrying a concealed handgun while being a felon. The Charlotte-Mecklenburg Police Department is pretty familiar with him. They grew up with him. He gets arrested every couple of months. He does that my GTA character gets arrested for every day. Why is this happening? Why are stories like this becoming oh so common? According to one comment, this guy could have been released so many times because of the 2011 Justice Reinvestment Initiative. This law was made to reduce the prison population. It works by moving low-risk and non-violent offenders out of jail. I don't know what the f*** they're talking about because this guy committed first-degree murder and was released in 2020. However, only a year or two later, in 2022, he's arrested again for what? Possession of firearms. But the JRA doesn't even authorize early releases, so if it's not the JRA's fault, then whose fault is it? And why are we making laws to get people out of prison? I don't know. It's the judges, more than likely. Judges who are way too lenient. Anyways, they let this guy out after 20, 30 felonies, 2 first-degree murders. And then what's he do? Commits first-degree murder again. He was arrested about a week ago for shooting a guy. Quavante Blunt was found dead shot at an intersection of Hyde Park and Beatty's Ford Road on September 2nd. On September 30th, the first arrest was made in connection with the killing. The first responsible was Vernon Tyrone Williams. He was charged with first-degree murder and possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. Well, guess what? This Williams character also has tons of arrests. He has quite an extensive criminal history. There's definitely something wrong in Mecklenburg County. Hold on. There's one more I want to show you. I don't know what the f is going on with all these dudes. How many felonies do you think this next guy committed? 91. Oh, it's sunny California too. Who'd have thunk it? Gavin Newsom, you f***ing ass. San Francisco protester up as 91-time felon tries to dodge prison sentence. Swap time for rehab over deadly NYE crash. That's right, 91 felonies. So after he committed, over 90 felonies, earlier this year around New Year's Eve, he gets into a car, probably on drugs, alcohol, both, kills 2 innocent pedestrians. And now he's asking for drug diversion. I know it's California, watch him grant it. Moving on, you guys have seen all of the anti-ICE protests all over the country. There are some cops that let it happen happening, and there's some cops like Highway Patrol that hate that shit and don't put up with it. I'm not talking about peaceful protesting. I'm talking about when you put hands on a cop and straight up don't listen to them. If you get roughed up, that's your own fault. Some people tried to mess with Illinois Highway Patrol last week and it didn't work out for them. If they're wearing the big hats that get bigger the more people they beat up, then you probably shouldn't try and play with them. At the Broadway ICE detention facility near Chicago, some anti-ICE protesters got into a bit of a scuffle with these dudes, causing a clash. You can see in the video a man is dragged like a toddler into the street and held down by multiple troopers, all of which are armed with wooden bats. I've seen some pretty crazy stuff when it comes to these ICE protests, especially over there in Portland. You remember me making like 200 videos back in the day during the summer of love about how wonderful Portland is? Federal officers have been busting heads at that Portland ICE intake facility for the past month. It got to the point where a couple of hundred fucking weirdos on bicycles decided that, you know what, let's get naked and just go hang out there. Maybe lay on a bridge or two and block traffic for everyone in the city. This video is gonna have to be heavily edited. Of course, it won't be on pepperbox.tv, but here's a little glimpse. No one wants to see your roast beef sandwich, man. I'm not thinking Arby's on this video, nor does anyone want to see your shriveled up roll of dimes, old man. Editor, I am sorry for all the editing. There's a lot of big old women with big old naked bodies.
You know, I think it's a great city, but they do have some big old women down there.
We're gonna have to use a lot of blur. The dudes, not so much blur. I guess you're sticking it to them fascists or some shit, weirdos. Who wants to see a shooting? 2 shootings, actually. Got a quick little shooting right here where a guy decided that a shovel was a proper thing to run at a police officer with. On September 15th at around 12:10 p.m., a call to the Anaheim Police Department concerning a suspicious male wandering around armed with a brick. Started off with a brick and then he upgraded. Over the next couple minutes, a couple more details were given out. Like the guy seemed like he was on drugs and the caller was kind of in fear for his safety. That was placed in the call queue, basically, hey, we'll go check this out when we get a minute. About a half hour later, though, another call was made. This caller was an employee at an elementary school. He said there was a crazy man there causing trouble who was armed with a broken shovel. Officers arrived on scene to see the man walking across the street. They stopped their car, he rushed them. Kind of guess what happens next. He starts hitting their car with a shovel. They're trying to de-escalate. Hey dude, just put it down. We don't want to shoot you. After a few swings and a smash onto their windshield, they open fire on old boy. Another angle shows us the dude charges the officers. After he's finished banging on the door of the vehicle, the officer then lays a few rounds into him before calling it in. As always, they administered first aid. Didn't work out very well though. He died 30 minutes later. The reason for his breakdown is unknown. Something tells me it probably had to do with drugs. Our last video is seriously an FAFO moment. This is a pretty cut and dry one, and there is some really good dash cam footage to show you probably shouldn't pistol whip an off-duty cop.
What the f*** you doing? He was I don't know.
There was a small traffic accident. No one was seriously hurt. It looked like there was a dent or two, so both the dudes pull over. The dude whose dash cam we're looking through is an off-duty police officer. He's on his way to work right now. The other guy is not very happy that he merged into a lane where another car was. How dare this off-duty officer exist? He gets out, says the officer's a bitch, and then hits him right in the mouth with a pistol.
What are you doing? I'm in the f***ing lane.
The officer is obviously taken aback and in shock. He's in a little bit of pain. He's got pistol whipped in the face. But his wits quickly come together. He pulls out his concealed weapon, smokes that f***ing dude right then and there.
I'm in the f***ing lane. Stay down on the ground. Don't move. Walk in police. Stay on the ground.
You won't believe how this dude's family acted afterwards. No, I'm serious, you won't believe it. A lot of times in these situations, the families come out and they're like, they killed my baby for no reason after their baby like shoots a cop or something, especially when it's a white cop and a black dude. This family came out and was like, yeah, we watched the video. We agree with what the officer did. I shit you not.
I don't think I've ever come before and did a press conference and said this, but we will acknowledge that we do believe that this officer-involved shooting was justified.
Anyways, that's all I have for you fine people today. If you want to help support the channel, go over to pepperbox.tv. Watch me stream on Kick or Twitch. Go to Donut Operator TV here on YouTube, or check out donutoperator.com. I gotta go get ready for the unsubscribed live shows. I hope you all have a fantastic day.